What is up, everybody? Relic StarCraft here, bringing you guys another StarCraft 2 1v1 cast. And today I'll be casting a best of 5 out of these two players between SlayersMMA and LiquidZenio. So pretty cool. LiquidZenio doing pretty good. I would actually say tearing it up recently. He's been showing really good results in his TvZ matchup. So we'll see if he can pull through and beat MMA this time. He, in practice, he's really strong in ZVT. Just incredible ZVT player. But he's been having some trouble translating that into a major tournament setting, just because of all the added pressures that come with competing in a tournament. So we'll see if he's able to get past that sometime this season. Hopefully that will be the case. But we'll see. In SlayersMMA, he's been around for a while. Everybody really knows who he is. He's just a really awesome player on the Slayers team. Yeah, Korean Terrans are scary, very scary. And there is the hatch first coming down from Violet. Or I'm sorry, not Violet. That was the match that I casted last time. This is Zenio, not Violet. Oh well. So, all normal stuff. Looks like MMA opting not to get a gas, so no Hellion openings, double reactored Hellion openings or anything so far. Spawning pool going down for LiquidZenio. All good stuff. Hiding his drone up here just to get that little later scout, probably waiting to see when that expansion goes down. Oof, feigning a little aggression. I always like seeing this. Sometimes it forces the Zerg to overreact. Pulling these drones, it loses mining time. It's not something that you want to have to do as the Zerg player. And sometimes it can force lings if the spawning pool is done, which it's not, but that can, will he? Okay. And not even losing that SCV. And definitely forced some lost mining time off of Zenio. So absolutely worth it there. And a little high five going on here from the Marine and the SCV. And looks like a gasless one racks expand. I don't know how much I like this opening against Zerg, just because I don't know. I feel like if you just let them sit back and macro up like that, just make as many drones as they want to, not force them to have to make any spine crawlers or anything. I personally don't like it that much, but it's a legitimate build, and you know, it definitely does get your expansion up much quicker. And it looks like he's following that up with 3 racks, so probably gonna end up putting on some aggression. Zenio putting down a spine crawler anyway. I guess a little concerned about some early Marine pressure. I think he knows that there is no. He knows that there's no that there's no factory going down. So he knows that there's no Hellions. But I think very correctly he is afraid of some Marine pressure, because I think that is what's gonna happen. Looks like Zenio getting out his 3rd queen, very typical of his play. He likes to spread that creep and have that 3rd queen out and ready for that third hatchery. All good stuff. Definitely helps get that creep spread going, because you don't have to decide, should I inject or should I spread creep. You can do both because you got 3 queens. And working away at those rocks. And here comes a group of Marines coming up the middle of the map. Just like flying off that command center. You know, I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. It's not very common and could potentially be potent. Zenio spotting it, putting down another spine crawler, but those things take like 4.5 years to make, so that will not be done by the time the Marines get there. He will be forced to cancel that for sure. Ooh, opting to put down 2 creep tumors, gonna get picked off by the Marines. That would be pretty huge. I don't think he got that cancel off on that. He didn't. So, well, it wouldn't be huge, I guess. A little overreaction, but you know, pretty big. So 4 queens out for LiquidZenio. That's quite a bit. Getting both his gas geysers. First one just finished. Second one making. Oh, getting 2 down here as well. Now he's just rallying all his Marines to the center of the map. 4 at a time. Let's see. Got a tech lab researching some stem pack. Got 2 reactors going down and a factory. And even a engineering bay coming down. So definitely powering those upgrades on those Marines. Another push, kind of. It coming up the middle here. Not going to do a whole lot. I feel like, well, he might check for a third. Nothing there yet, but can definitely tell Zenio's ready to take his third. Gonna pick off one creep tumor, maybe two. He gets the second one. So definitely stunting this creep spread very nicely. Might even get these two up here. That would be pretty. No, not gonna be able to get them. Got a starport coming down for MMA. Stem about halfway done. +1 being researched. It looks like he might go for the kind of MKP style, the just mass Marine Marauder. Well, at this point, just mass Marine. I like that build a lot. I think MKP, or yeah, Marine King Prime definitely thought that out very well. If you guys haven't seen that build, you should definitely go check it out. Day 9 did a whole analysis on that mass Marine Tier 1 build. It's pretty interesting. You should definitely check it out. And it looks like MMA gonna try that out. Pretty awesome. I'm definitely curious to see how he can pull it off, or if he can. Well, I have no doubt he could, but MKP is definitely a player of his own rights. So we'll see if MMA can pull off his build. We'll see. +1, almost done. Not getting combat shields yet. I feel like he's whiffing that just a bit. Oh, he is going for tanks. So, but we'll see how many he ends up making. He is a little supply blocked. Not too bad, but it's a little red face there from MMA. Very nice creep spread from LiquidZenio. I like seeing this a lot. It gives him tons of map awareness, tons of mobility, and he knows when MMA is going to be pushing out, and he can possibly intercept the tanks before they have a time to siege up, which would be pretty good. Kind of have a forward advancing creep tumors, kind of just sitting back here, but not a huge deal. One Marine just kind of chilling out over here. Double medevac drop coming over here in the third right as it finishes up, so pretty good. Looks like Zenio might lose this third base. That would be pretty huge. Nice Marine micro from MMA. Some decent bailing hits. Loses a medevac full of Marines, but still ends up escaping with most of his Marines. Well, half of them. Two more gas geysers going up for Zenio. Let's see what's going on in his base. Got layer up. How are his upgrades doing? Got 1/1 melee. Got the glands coming in for the infestors. They're almost done, so probably gonna see a wave. Yep, here, there's the first wave of 5 infestors coming out. So very Stefano-esque build with the mass ling bling infestor. Always like seeing that. It's pretty strong build. I mean, you have like the mass AoE effect. It's very good against this kind of mass Marine play. MMA is definitely going to have to do some intense splitting and micro of those Marines to keep them alive through all those bailing hits and fungal growths. Only 2 tanks out, so definitely... Oh, picking off quite a few creep tumors. It's just Zenio has so many queens at this point that it just doesn't really matter. He can just instantly replace those creep tumors. Sieging up the tanks slightly off creep. Might force the cancel. Oh, here comes the fungals. Nope. Just barely out of range. Decent fungal going off on about 7 Marines. So not the biggest deal. The siege tanks did get a couple shots off. I don't know if it killed any of the infestors. He had 5. No, it did not kill any of the infestors, but... So MMA pulling back. I think that's the right choice. He's not going to be able to break this with all these infestors. I mean, that's 5 fungals at least. That might be 6 or 7 in there. I don't know the exact math there, but decent amount of fungals could definitely kill all of these units. Really small army from. If we come to the army tab, I'm curious. Or that's not the army tab. Sorry about that. Army supply actually favoring our Terran buddy. So we'll see how. But Zenio definitely out harvesting him and out incoming him. Does that make sense? Incoming? I don't think that makes sense. Oh well, I said it there. It's a word. So kind of setting up a slight contain here. Pushing forward, probably going to be able to take this out. Nice little poke here from MMA, just keeping a couple Marines forward, forcing him to come into the siege line in order to take care of those Marines. Might kill off those, no. Doing it again, very nice play from MMA. And killing 1 and 2 queens, very nice. Pushing forward with the rest of his Marines. Where is Zenio? Zenio just pulling back for now. So he is just going to sack this. If he's going to sack this expansion, I don't understand why he's leaving those drones here. So Zenio just... I think Zenio's just as curious as I am as to why he's not kind of moving forward. So it looks like that expansion is going to go down to only 4 Marines. Very nice play from MMA so far. And what is going on? Looks like he's just pulling on back after that. Very, very smart play from MMA. Taking very minimal losses for as many kills as he can get. Zenio sneaking a base up here. What is Zenio up to? How's his tech going? Oh, a little drop coming up here from MMA. And that gets cleaned up by LiquidZenio. So very nice. And seems like yeah, MMA noticed that he did take this rogue expansion here and gonna take out this. Quite possibly could force the cancel on it. I don't really see. Oh, a lot of lings, a lot of big unit movement coming up here. He could go for a wraparound counterattack and just kind of stop the reinforcements, but it doesn't look like that's what he's doing. He's just kind of repositioning to protect this base up here. He is definitely going to force the cancel there, and most likely he did not see that kind of rogue expansion going up for Zenio. So MMA gonna drop in the main or the natural. We'll see how that goes. Coming down here, lots of units moving up the center of the map. Probably gonna set up somewhat of a contain. Another little poke up here, trying to. He did force a cancel on about 4 spine crawlers. Trying to force a cancel on that hatchery. Not gonna be able to do it. This drop up here could actually kill off the spawning pool. I don't know if Zenio has another one. I don't think so. Gonna kill off that queen. And, you know, it might not seem like these drops are doing all that much, but he's killed off like 4, 5 queens now. And at this point, that's pretty huge for a Zerg to be losing all these queens because he's not getting any injects off on either of these hatcheries. He doesn't have a queen here either. So really no injects to speak of at all on any of his bases. So very, very nice play from MMA. And it looks like a pretty big fungal went off on these units. Sorry I missed that, guys. Just kind of went off on a rant about the queens. So doing this again, trying to force the cancel. He did get the cancel. Wow. MMA just all over Zenio today. And MMA pulling back his seat. Tanks are not sieged here. And all those Marines are very low. I feel like Zenio could absolutely push forward here and crush this. Zenio realizing that, gets a decent surround. Not really. Nice fungal going off on all those Marines. All those Marines falling. Still got a couple up. And nice baneling hits, pretty much clearing that up. Killing a couple corruptors. A little more than Zenio should have let him do. And quite a few tanks moving up here. I feel like tanks... Bear tanks are not the best. They do need some buffering units to protect them. And actually, kind of prematurely canceling that hatchery, I feel like. So another little drop coming up for MMA. Not really sure where that one's going. A lot of switching a lot of drones over here to this 4th base. I really feel like MMA all over this. Got Marines in the top right areas checking for expansions. Got a drop coming up over here. Got a Marine over here checking for any drones trying to pass by. And pushing up the center of that. Gonna force... Oh, gonna kill this hatchery altogether. And it goes down. Very nice play from MMA. He is just crushing Zenio. This is very surprising. MMA is just playing so well. So we'll see if he can keep it up. I definitely feel like he's got a very nice advantage right now. Tons of tanks moving out to the middle of the map here. Really just heavy tank. 56 Marines and 12 tanks. Pretty good stuff. Clear food advantage for MMA as well. And amazingly, Zenio still has a better income than him somehow. That honestly does surprise me quite a bit. And running 3 Marines forward, just kind of being annoying. He forced an entire fungal on only 4 units, so pretty nice. And forcing LiquidZenio to long distance mine, never something you want to do. And really, he's almost mined out here. Zenio is almost mined out here. Almost mined out in his natural. Decent here. I say he's got another 2 minutes on these minerals tops. And this is very healthy, but how long can he hold that? That's the main question. And huge tank push coming up here. Sieging everything very aggressively. Tons of banelings morphing in. He's running tons of Marines up to the top here. Keeping a couple back just to protect those Marines from any shenanigans with some lings or something. And picking off all those banelings before they're able to finish. Very good play from MMA so far. And very nice decision making from Zenio. Actually opting to move around for a possible counterattack or flank of some kind. So that definitely very nice. And attacking the third and the main and the natural. Just all hell is breaking loose for LiquidZenio at this point. And Broodlord's coming up, just gonna try to get morph in some Broodlords, and I think that's what he's banking on at this point, but I just don't know if that's gonna matter. We'll see. Oh, tons of Broodlords. I'm sorry I didn't notice that, guys. Tons of Broodlords moving in up here. Definitely gonna clear up this heavy tank army. But how much damage has MMA done at this point? Is it too much to come back from? He's killed 2 bases off. About to kill this one. Killed off the baneling's nest. And scouted this hatchery up here. But Zenio actually taking 2 bases up right here and here. And he did end up cleaning all of these tanks up here. But MMA continually streaming units. Probably going to go take this out and will end up seeing this. Possibly seeing this. So just really good play from MMA. But really nice comeback and able to hold that off. I'm very surprised Zenio was able to get those Broodlords up in the nick of time like that. Seems like Broodlords, whenever you need them right then, they take half the game to produce, but apparently that's not the case when you're LiquidZenio. So, and yeah, he has 1 Viking out. I definitely feel like he should get some more. There's 2. How many Vikings does he have out? He has got 4 out right now, 2 more in production, so decent Viking count, but definitely needs to get... Now, remember though, Vikings do fare pretty well against Corruptors, especially half-injured Corruptors, so... And a little... not the best engagement for MMA at all. Huge fungals going off on these Marines, and no medevacs to really protect them. Oh, and not controlling his Corruptors very well. And Zenio GGing with the drop up in his main. Jeez. Very nice from MMA. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys